Annyeonghaseyo! Welcome to Afternoona Delight, where Leah, Megan, and Amy, romance novelists, and your K-romance guides. So grab some dekboki and listen to your new favorite unnies. 1, 2, 3. Hey, everybody! Hello, this is Megan.
Hi there, it's Amy. We are two.
We are without our middle child tonight. Leah is on a plane right now. So it's just me and Amy coming to you tonight to chat about K-dramas. And before we get into like the main subject of tonight, I want to mention that I started Bloodhounds 2. So I've been talking, if you listen to the last couple episodes, I've been talking about how excited I am for Bloodhounds 2. I've been busy and I was out of town over the weekend, so I finally got to watch the first episode like while I was sitting in a parking lot waiting for my daughter while she had a sports practice. And it's truly what I wanted it to be. It's like, look, I had like a certain set of expectations for Bloodhounds, and it wasn't hard to like meet them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it did. It's got like the action, it's got the like baddies who are just bad, and I don't know their motivation yet. Do I really care if they have
I
don't care. They could just be bad. Like, really, I don't care. The point is that they're bad and they're causing conflict for our favorite bromance duo of Udawan and Lee Sang-yi. And their himbo-ness is still there. Like, Udawan's character has this like simpleness about him, and I'm trying to say it in a way that's not. He's not dumb.
You already called him a himbo, so it's.
He kind of is, but he's like got this really big heart, and I also think that he isn't like necessarily street smart. So I think he like always wants to believe like the good in people. And so I think that's where sometimes he appears like simple, because I think he just like takes people at face value, and he's not cunning. He's not a cunning type of character because he doesn't like have it in him to be cunning. He like wins and he gets on top by like sheer like willpower. Like a good example is, so there is, I'm going to give a spoiler that happens in the first 20 minutes of Bloodhounds 2. So, I mean, it's not a spoiler for like the show.
Do with that what you will. Yeah.
Yeah, do with that what you will. It's just a little spoiler for like the first episode and this scene. So, so it kind of opens, he's like a professional boxer now, okay? And he has like a big fight. And during the fight, he hits the other guy in the eyebrow, and the guy starts bleeding like severely. Like on his eyebrow, so it's like streaming in his eye. And the bell rings as he's about to punch again, and he pulls the punch. So he doesn't finish the punch because the bell rung. And one thing about Kim Gun-woo, that's Udawan's character name, Kim Gun-woo, is that he's like a good sportsman, okay? And so they go to their separate corners. The other guy is bleeding really badly, and Woo Jin, which is Lee Sang-yi's character, is like, go for the eye. Like, he's already like hurt there. Go for the eye. Let's finish this match. Let's finish this fight.
Round.
Whatever.
Fight.
Means like let's put this. He means like let's put this to bed. Let's finish the fight. Like, let's take him out. And Kim Gun-woo doesn't want to do that because he's already gonna need so many stitches. Like, this is like, Kim Gun-woo is so precious. He's like a professional boxer, and he's like, no, I'm gonna finish this fight like the way I originally had planned to finish the fight. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to change my plan just because he has a weakness. And like, is that probably what you should do as a professional boxer? Like, no, you should probably be cunning, and you should probably finish the fight, like, and take advantage of the other guy's weakness. But that's not the type of character he is. And I do appreciate that they established that right away.
You know what that is? You know what that
Save the
moment
cat.
is? Yeah, it's a save the cat moment.
It's It is. It's a save the cat moment. He still wins the fight, but he wins the fight his way with like this basically like a really strong body blow. So it has nothing to do with the fact that this guy already has his eyebrow opened up. He's like, "No, I'm going to finish the fight the way like I know how." Does this really cool like low like shuffling move and just like punches him right in the kidney. I mean, it still is like terrible,
Jesus.
but
Yeah.
my point is that like, this is his character,
Yeah.
and I love that they're, like, establishing it immediately if you, like, didn't I mean, that's the way he was in season 1, so, like, if, like, you didn't see season 1, that's just the type of guy he is, and, I just I love it. Like, it just was like, this is they kept the characters, the beloved characters that I liked from season 1. They feel like, obviously, some time has passed, and a lot happened in season 1 that they had to, like they clearly it changed them, so they're if they feel a little bit more mature, a little bit more grown, but they're still like our sweet himbos, you know? And I'm like delighted. I can't wait to keep watching. It's just that it's like baddie is really bad, Amy. So the baddie that you are introduced to in episode 1 is Rain, who like the actor is Rain, who's like a very famous idol and actor. He's like been in a lot of stuff lately. Um and he is I mean, he's terrible. Like you're actually like, "Oh man, like I didn't realize like he's not even like a complicated villain at this
Just
point
baddie. Just a
yet.
baddie baddie. Yeah.
He's just a baddie, baddie, baddie. And it's okay. But anyway, that's all. I just want to say I'm delighted. Um, I hope the rest of the season goes as well. I know I'm in for it. Like, I like the framing of episode 1, meaning I thought it like started well. I thought they accomplished what they needed to accomplish. And I thought also it ends really well. It kind of ends with not really like a cliffhanger, but like a bang, figuratively and literally. It ends
And
with
is
a
it
bang,
dropping
which
one episode at a time?
no, but,
Okay.
like, I still like I like to, like, be, like, led into the next episode. Do you know what I'm saying? And so I like how they ended it. I'm excited. So, we'll see how it goes.
I'm glad. I'm glad that's bringing you joy. Um, because joy is a hard thing to come by right now. I mean, we're talking as people who live in the US who aren't very happy to be living in the US right now. I mean, we gotta like look, folks, this episode is not sponsored by water tonight. I am sitting here with my Huntrix meal Diet Coke, which total sidebar here.
Yeah.
I'm a Coke Zero girly through and through. But I don't
Mhm.
know what it is about the McDonald's Diet Coke that it is the crispiest, refreshingest Diet Coke to ever Diet Coke. And
Why is that?
I don't know. And what one of my good friends, she is not a coffee drinker. She's one of my teacher friends, and she on the way to school every morning gets a large Diet Coke and like puts it in her like open like Stanley and like, so it stays cold all day. And she gets her giant Diet Coke. And I don't get McDonald's that often unless there are toys that I want
Unless it's a
from
Huntrix
it,
meal.
unless it's Huntrix or VTS. So I got myself a Huntrix meal tonight for dinner, and I'm like, God damn, this Diet Coke is crispy and refreshing. And look, I am
Don't
not
get it.
sponsored. I am not
I
sponsored by
know.
McDonald's Diet Coke, but go get yourself one because you will find joy.
Yeah, I like Diet Coke. I'm a recent Diet Coke drinker. Like, I started drinking Diet Coke maybe in, like, the last year, and I have to be honest, I really like it. I the regular Coke has too much sugar in a way that, like, I think it doesn't make me feel good because it's, like, so much sugar. Whereas the Diet Coke, I get the caffeine. I get, like,
Right.
an afternoon sometimes I don't always want a coffee in the afternoon, so I get this, like, nice or if I'm eating a burger or something,
Yes.
I
Oh,
don't
a
want a
Diet Coke is
coffee.
perfect for a burger.
So that's why a Diet Coke just, like, hits this I had a Diet Coke tonight. I actually went to Sheetz,
To Sheets, I mean,
SHEETZ,
like first of all, fountain Diet Coke is way better than canned Diet
right?
Coke or bottled
I
Diet Coke.
hate
Like,
I don't like the bottled Diet Coke.
no.
I don't like it.
So, I mean, this is a wildly off topic conversation, but like
It is.
truly, like I was a Diet Coke girl for years, and then Coke Zero came out, and I got into Coke Zero. But I will tell you, even if they put Coke Zero in the machine at McDonald's, I would still get a diet at McDonald's because McDonald's has the best Diet Coke. Fight me on this. Fight me on this.
No,
McDonald's,
it's true.
best Diet Coke.
If you go through the drive-through, like, trust me, there are people you can tell they only get a large Diet Coke. Like, they hand a
Yep.
large Diet Coke through the door, and that's all these people are getting. It's a large Diet Coke from McDonald's.
And
It
I'm
cracks
like,
me up.
I'm sad this is medium, but also drinking it this late at night, I'm gonna be sorry because I'll be up, but it's okay because I need to write anyway. So,
Yeah.
anywho, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's bringing me.
Anywho.
Like, I am so behind in my K drama watching, and I feel like I've been saying this for weeks, but like, I look, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like, I am drowning in the misery of being an American right now.
Yeah.
It's rough. Also, the we're recording this on the 8th, so The Perfect Crown starts this week, starts on Friday, and so I have been kind of holding out for that. Additionally, just so you all don't think I'm letting, like, my Asian content consumption slip, I've mentioned this before, but I have been heavily into watching anime with my son, specifically Attack on Titan, and we've got 3 episodes left to go of the whole series. And I'm, like, devastated for it to be over, but also cannot wait to watch these episodes because it's so good, and I'm kind of losing my mind about it, and I know that I'm gonna be bawling my eyes out at the end of it. So also, like, give me all your anime recommendations because I can watch violence in anime.
Right.
It's well, I mean,
My
I will say it's different because so there's another so there's an animated show that I had been watching with him on Amazon Prime called Invincible, with
Mhm.
Steven Yeun is the main character in that, and it's really good, but it's animated, and I have to cover my eyes sometimes because of how violent it is.
Wow.
Like, we're talking, like, broken bones coming out of skin, and
Uh,
it's gross. Attack on Titan is gross too, but I can handle it.
I know my daughter watched Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well, that's his other favorite one.
So
It's my son's other favorite
okay.
one, Jujutsu
Yeah,
Kaisen. Yeah.
Hazel watched, a good bit of that. I think she watched all of it,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. I'll
Connor
have to
loves
check back in
Jujutsu
with her.
Kaisen, so
Okay.
that's on my list too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
also need to catch up on some BLs. I am a little behind on some BLs, and I do love BLs, so that's next on my list, but I just need to say I'm just happy I got my Bloodhounds
I'm happy
Bros
for you.
back.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I've really been excited about it, and I was like, maybe part of me didn't wanna start it because I was like, "What if it's what if I don't like it?" I don't know, I was, like,
Right, it's hard. I mean, like,
worried.
when you love something and they unexpectedly do a season 2, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah, because I
hard.
didn't really think it needed like, no one
Yeah.
was clamoring for a season 2, but I think the characterization and, like, the bromance was so good that they were like, "Let's do a season." I mean, eh, you could probably kind of replicate this over and over again, just like 2 bros against the world. Like, you could do that. Do you know what I'm saying? You could
Yeah,
kind of keep doing that, and that's probably why they were
it's
like,
a
"Look, we
common
can write
trope,
another one."
like, yeah.
Yeah, we can write another one, so, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, look, even though I'm not watching it, I will say that their social media game is on point. Like, I have been enjoying the reels that they are doing, like, it's so good. They're so good together, like, their chemistry even off screen is through the roof.
Yeah, they're very good together, and every time Gonu says Hyung to Woojin, I love it. I love it. And Lee Sang-yi is
Hyung is
wearing
great.
this, like he's wearing this, like I love, like, the headband. Like the forehead headband. I love it, and he's wearing it for, like, the whole first episode, and Kim Gnu still has kind of, like, a bad haircut because like, he doesn't care. He's just a boxer. Like, I
Whatever, he's
just love it.
Uno-wan, he can't look bad.
Yeah, no,
He
he
can
doesn't, but
try.
it's
Yeah, I know.
yeah. I'm just delighted. So, anyway, why don't you talk about
Mhm.
what we're talking about
Sure.
tonight?
So, even before we knew that Leah was traveling, we were talking about the fact that we hadn't done an Uncensored in a while, and we love Uncensored because we get a little bit of freedom to talk about a bunch of things, and we also get to invite our patrons from our Patreon into the discussion, and boy, did they did they get involved today, which is great. But the way that our topic came up today is one of our patrons, Gavin, um, messaged me with a reel today and the reel said like the best platonic ship. And it is, of course, Twinkling Watermelon. And Twinkling Watermelon, which I can't believe that I did not bring, can't believe I didn't bring it up for our bromance episode, but I guess, so if you don't know Twinkling Watermelon, and this isn't a spoiler, like this is in the description of the show, but in Twinkling Watermelon, we have a teenager who has like a falling out with his dad, and for reasons ends up traveling back in time and meeting his dad as a teenager. So he gets to relate to his dad, like on sort of like a bro level, like a bromance type of level. And they do have a really great bromance, but it is very different because one character, like the son, knows that that's his dad, whereas the other one does not know that that's his future son, right?
Right,
But
right,
of
right, right,
but
yes.
of course, one of the actors is Choi Hyun-wook. And so every time it's either Gavin or Sarah from Afternoon Asks, like every time either of them shows me or talks to me something about Twinkling Watermelon, I get a little bit more angry at you
I
because
know.
it is one of my top
I need to watch
dramas.
it.
I love it so dearly. And the way that you love Choi Hyun-wook,
I do.
especially because of Weak Hero Class. So
Mhm.
I said to Gavin, I said, every time we talk about this, I get madder and madder at Megan for not having
I know.
watched it. And then
Right,
I was like, oh my gosh, that's our topic. That is our
right,
topic. So
right.
tonight, for our Uncensored, we kind of divided it into two. So questions that we're going to ask ourselves, and then the same questions that we asked our Patreon. But the questions are one, what is a drama that like we ourselves are that we're mad at ourselves for not having watched yet? But like it's been on our list and it's like, nope, we haven't watched it yet. We haven't watched it yet. So that's number one.
Mhm.
And then number two is what is a drama that we are mad at mad at the other hosts for not having watched yet.
Or just mad at anyone. Mad at
Or
anyone if
okay,
they
maybe
haven't
well, for
watched
me
this.
it's mad at you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Specifically for me, it's specifically not even Leah as much as you.
Okay, so Choi Hyun-wook, he plays, like, the dad, right? He's, like, the
He
dad?
plays the dad as a
Okay,
teen. Yeah.
and how do you say his name? Rayon? Ryan?
Yeah, I never say it I don't know if I say it right.
Okay, so the actor who plays, like, the son, basically, Ryan, I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
s
he's in We Hero Class too, right?
he's in the 2nd season of Weak Hero Class. Of
Yes.
course, they don't they're not on screen together, but, he's very g like, I loved him in the
He's
2nd
so good
season.
in Twinkling Watermelon. And I don't know what
Yeah,
kind of
I
a
know.
character he plays in We Hero Class, but he is adorable in Twinkling Watermelon.
In Weak Hero Class 2, I love his character because he has, like, layers. You don't see him on screen for a while, and they talk about him, but basically he's supposed to be this, like, great fighter. And basically it's like, as soon as he comes back, he's gonna set the school straight. Like, the school's gonna go back to the way it should be because Ryun is I'm sorry, because his character is kind of like an enforcer. And then you meet him, they show him, and he's actually like a goofball. He's a
I
total
love
goofball.
it. I love it.
He has his hair dyed bright red. He looks ridiculous. And there's this like juxtaposition of him being the best fighter in the school. He's the best fighter in the school. He can like enforce what he needs to enforce, but he's a goofball and he has a big heart because part of what it is he's going to enforce no bullying. Like that's like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, I'm glad
But
he's a
then
good
there's
guy.
also yeah, but then there's also this like undercurrent of like he's got a past with another guy. So there's like, and like when he does get angry, he gets very angry. And it's like a really kind of cool character. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a good
Go ahead.
start, right? Like, so yeah, I mean, so like I've already answered one of the questions for myself, so I'm just going to put it out there. Like, if you have not Megan, because I've already given her enough shit for this, but if you, listener, have not watched Twinkling Watermelon yet, let me just briefly sell it to you. So first, just the fact of who we have, uh in this drama is Choi Hyun-wook and Ryun playing father and son, but one has traveled back in time. So Ryun's character, Ha Eun-gyeol, travels back in time and meets this kid, Ha Yi-chan, and realizes that's his dad. And the whole sort of crux of it is the reason why father and son have a falling out in present day is that Eun-gyeol's parents are both hearing impaired. He's been raised by hearing impaired parents, and he has a hearing impaired sibling, hearing impaired brother. I think it's a brother. Yeah. And he is a coda, a child of deaf adults, right? And he has grown up being basically like the spokesperson for his family um, when he has to be in the hearing world because sadly, like he has to be sometimes. And the reason why he and his father have a falling out is because his father, for reasons like wants Eun-gyeol to go to a good school, to be a doctor, like to have a good life. And all Eun-gyeol wants is to be a musician and to be in a band. And so he's secretly been playing in this band because he's like an excellent guitar player. Like secretly took guitar lessons and his father shows up at one of his gigs one night and they have like a huge fight, a huge blowout. And Eun-gyeol like goes into this random music shop that pops up out of nowhere to sell his guitar. And the guy inside the shop is like, "Are you sure you want to sell it? Like, you can't change your mind." And he's like, "Yeah, I want to sell it." He sells it, gets paid, walks out of the shop, and it's like late at night. Walks out of the shop, it's broad daylight, and he's in the 90s instead of in
Ugh,
present day.
right.
And the first person that he kind of bumps into is this kid and doesn't realize who it is at first and then realizes it's his father. And it's so like it's this wonderful like think about all of us out here who have a very hard time looking at parents or caregivers, adult caregivers as actual people. We only
Mhm.
see them as
Mhm.
we know them as the adults who raised us. And
Yeah.
so it's this like rare opportunity of meeting your parent as a peer and learning about them. But also when he meets his dad is not deaf. So he also knows something happens to make his dad lose his hearing, and he thinks that that's the reason why he's been sent back. He thinks he's been sent back to save his father from whatever it is that makes him lose his hearing. And so there it's very funny, a lot of it, because you've got Eun-gyeol who's constantly trying to protect Lee-chan from, like, anything that might happen, and it seems like he's romantically interested in him, and so it's not, like, bad, like, gay panic, it's really not, but
It's funny.
it's
Yeah.
very funny because like, Lee-chan is like, "I don't like you like that, like, what is going on?" And then they end up living together with Lee-chan with Eun-gyeol's grandma, who he never got to know because his grandma died when he was a baby, and so just a lot of really, like, tender, like, family stuff, but also really funny stuff with the way that Eun-gyeol, like, attaches himself to Lee-chan as this
Mhm.
really overprotective Hyung. And then
Mhm.
what happens when they get to know each other. And there's romance too. Like it's just it's so so good. Um so yeah, so for anybody out there who hasn't watched Twinkling Watermelon, it's a different kind of time travel drama. There are no serial killers involved in this time travel.
No.
No
Yeah.
serial killers. It is a father-son story. It is a friendship story. It is dual romances. There's more than one romance going on. And it's just absolute pure joy. So, Twinkling Watermelon, watch it. I'm mad at any of you if you haven't.
Yeah. So, I have 2 that basically if someone like well, one more than the other. The other, I'm not necessarily mad, but I really think people need to. But there's one that, like, I'm mad if people are like, "I did not watch this." And it's to no one's surprise, I am not a robot. And I
Some
don't
patrons mentioned
care.
it too, so you are not alone
I
here.
know. I don't care if I talk I really have been I really try, like, we do try on this podcast to not, like, talk about the same dramas all the time, but we're only human, and when there is a drama that's, like, our favorite, I cannot help talking about it, and I cannot help talking about I Am Not a Robot because it is just done so well. It is truly one of the best crafted dramas, like, from a writing perspective that I've seen. So I'm Not a Robot is, a about this like wealthy, isolated man who can't be touched. So if he is touched by someone, he breaks out in hives, basically goes into anaphylactic shock and can die. Um, and there is a scientist who is like, "Hey, will you test out my like companion robot? Will you give her a test drive?" And he's like, "Fine. Like I can do it because this is a robot. This might mean something for me if I can find a companion in a robot because a human companion isn't going to happen with me." And by companion, he means like a friend or a servant. He's not like looking to like have love with a
Right.
robot.
Right.
But at the last minute, the robot is damaged. And so the scientist brings in his ex girlfriend, who he made the robot look like. And he's like, please just pretend to be a robot for like 2 hours. All you do is pretend to be a robot. And it goes too well. It goes too well. She does such a good job at pretending to be a robot that the wealthy what word am I looking for? The wealthy
Hero?
man is like
Yeah.
wants her back. And I know it sounds like wild, but through the course of the story, he starts to have feelings for her. And he's obviously conflicted because she's a robot, or he thinks she's a robot. So he's like, am I losing my mind? Like, how is this happening that I am like having romantic feelings for this robot? And I don't mean that he's like, getting a boner for a robot. He's like falling in love with her personality.
Mhm.
Okay. And she's conflicted because she's not a fucking robot. Obviously she knows she's not a robot, and she's starting to fall for him because originally she had just kind of seen him as this like cold, distant guy, jerk, basically. And now she's realizing he has layers. There's so much about him that is like worth getting to know. And there are so many ways that this is written that makes it believable. And I think that is what always gets me every time, is that they wrote it in a way where this is so plausible. It's plausible that he is able to find like affection for what he thinks is a robot because he does love his technology. Um, they have this really creative way to get her to be able to be herself through this thing that she calls it the friend mode. Right? Isn't this? I think she
It's
calls it the
friend
friend
mode.
mode.
Yep.
But it's where, because sometimes she slips up and she like maybe says like she kind of slips out of the robot
Says
like
something too
persona.
human. Yeah.
Yeah, she says something too human and he'll be like, "What is that?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm in the friend mode." And then it's like, so then he starts to like get to know her. There's just so many ways that this is written so well, and the stakes are very high for like a contemporary romance like this. The stakes are really high.
Like literally life
Um,
and death.
it is life or death, like he could die. And
Even though, and I think one of the great things is, even though we, the viewer, know once she's once she makes contact with him, we know that his condition is psychosomatic. But it's still very real, even though it is psychosomatic. It's so real to the extent where he does have actual reactions and needs like an epinephrine shot.
yeah, he needs like medication. And so it's like beautiful, it's heartbreaking. The book ending of the first scene to the last scene is just perfect. And it didn't do well like when it came out. I forget when it came out now. It might have been like 2014, 2013, or maybe later. But it's like I've looked up the ratings and it didn't do that great. And I wonder if part of it was because it was like a freaking weird premise. Um
I mean, even when you told us about it, I'm like, I don't
It's so
understand.
hokey. It sounds so hokey, and that's why it's hard to sell people on it. Um,
I'm checking the year.
yeah, I don't
It's from 2018. It started in the end of 2017 into 2018. So December to January.
okay. So, but I'm just saying, when people are like, "I haven't seen it at all," I'm just like, "No. Like, stop right now. Go Back to I'm Not a Robot. It's just it's a romance. The romance is front and center. The romance is the story, and the plot so carefully and so well, like, props up the romance, you know what I mean? Like, all the background plot is there to push the romance. Um, God, I love it. I love it. I
It's so
love it.
I mean, I will second all of what you're saying. It's so good. It's and I feel like both of the ones that we were talking about, Twinkling Watermelon and I Am Not a Robot, are dramas that are so good, that are written so well, that have such great heart, but maybe didn't get the widest audience. Like, I know a lot of people did watch Twinkling Watermelon, but it's not
Yeah.
one that, like, everybody's always talking about, and that can happen. There are a lot of good dramas out there. So, basically what we are saying is, if you want another good drama to add to your list, we've got 2, and Leah has a 3rd.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me say one more,
Yeah.
and this one,
Oh, you got
doesn't
another one.
necessarily make.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one more. I'll be quicker about this one because it doesn't necessarily make me mad, but I strongly believe that this is one of the best seasons of, like, of a K-drama I've ever seen, and that's My Dearest season 1. My Dearest season 1 is so good that I remember having to, like, pause it and collect myself. Like, I was like, "I can't believe I'm watching something this good." It was stellar. Was season 2 as good? No. Or, like, part 2, because they kinda did, like,
Yeah.
parts. But the part 1, season 1 of My Dearest was truly one of the best, just the best. Um, and like I said, I wish season 2 held up. It didn't. It's okay. But My Dearest is, it's like a Gone with the Wind imagining, I would say. I'm gonna say reimagining because obviously it takes place in Korea. The backdrop is Korea, but it's still a Saeguk, with a, Scarlett O'Hara type character, and it's it's beautiful. Um, and you have this hero. It's like the type of hero who, to her, he acts like cold and a little cheeky, kind of, but behind the scenes, he is risking it all for her. He's just never gonna let her know, you know? But, like, he'll take a sword for her to the gut. I mean, he'll do anything for her, and it's just it's great. So, yeah, so what did Amy or what did Leah say?
So I'm gonna pause for a second and give our listeners just a few moments to guess what they think Leah said for the drama that she's angry that we have not watched. And I will say this, I have watched 1 episode of it and you've watched a few, right?
I watched half. I
Okay.
just haven't finished it. I know,
Okay.
I'm terrible. She's so mad at me.
And the drama is me saying,
Me saying.
me saying.
She's so mad at us. I know, Leah, I'm sorry. And
She's like, "Can I put mine in? Can I put mine in?"
yeah, we were talking, like, just online today, just, like, typing back and forth, and when Amy and I said the topic, Leah was like, I need to say something in absentia."
And look, I watched the first episode and I did like it. Like I was surprised by how um we
It's a
did
good
like a
first
first
episode.
episode type of thing where we were assigning each other to watch like a first episode of something, and
Yeah.
that was Leah's and it was me saying, and I liked it more than I thought I would. Um I didn't continue with it because I'm sure at the time that we were in the middle of watching other things either for the pod or on our own, and I don't have the bandwidth to double dip. Like I said, it's why I'm basically just watching Attack on Titan right now because I don't have the bandwidth for other stuff at the same time. And I will finish that this weekend, and I will also start um Perfect Crown this weekend, and it's all good. Um but it was a good first episode, and so I'm sorry, Leah, as Leah likes to say, mea culpa. I kept saying I would. Mea culpa. I'm
I
sorry.
know. I know. Leah, I'm sorry. I really am.
So let's go to a couple of these in the Patreon because there are a couple that caught my eye. So I want to first start out by saying, first of all, thank you to Gavin for giving me the idea for what I wanted to ask tonight. And
Mhm.
thank you to our patrons because I'm scrolling through like 80 plus comments in this thread. And I just posted it like late morning today. So we love you all. We're not going to be able to get to all 80 plus comments, but thank you, because this is also giving us some great ideas for what we maybe should be watching that we haven't watched yet. And so I'm going to go because this came up more than once in the thread. So the first time I saw it, though, was from Sarah from Afternoon Asks, and she has come to me personally about this one, and it is moving, the drama
Yeah.
moving. And she said, I'm mainly mad at Disney for being so bad at advertising. If this had been on Netflix, it could have gotten the hype Squid Game did. It is a phenomenal K drama too few people have watched. And the first time that she tried to sell it to me, because it's about different generations, like the parent generation and the kid generation of like people who have certain powers, like almost like superhero type powers, but they're regular people who have these powers. And she likened it to the TV show Heroes that was on like maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Mhm.
And a show that I did watch. I will say this, like Heroes for being a network television show was very violent. Like
Mm.
I do remember one of the characters was played by Hayden Panettiere and she was the cheerleader. And the cheerleader realized that she had like regeneration power, like quick healing. Like she fell off of of a pyramid and like broke something and healed real fast. And she was checking her healing capacity, and the way that she did was by putting her hand on the garbage disposal. And like I will never get over that.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on
Good
network
God.
television. And they showed it.
Yeah.
So Sarah said, she goes, you just have to get past the ick of it. It's as good as Heroes. And I'm like, yes, Heroes was good, but it was also so violent. And so for
Mhm.
me, so many people, she's not the only one in the
Yeah.
thread that talked about this one.
Yeah.
And like again, like mea culpa, Sarah, like you've told me to watch this so many times and how much I'll love it. And I believe you, but I'm also hesitant because of the violence.
I just wanna say Claudia also said, "I'm not a robot," that more
Yep.
people need to watch. So thank you. I feel backed up a little bit on that one because I agree.
So Gavin, the one that he wants more people to watch, that he's upset more people haven't watched, is called My Journey to You, a C drama with Esther Yu, who we loved in Love Between Fairy and Devil, and John Ling Hae, I hope I'm saying that right, who played the second lead in Love Between Fairy and Devil. So both from Love Between Fairy and Devil. And she plays an assassin who is sent to marry him and destroy his family. This one I'm particularly mad about because Zhang Linghe is getting a lot of love for Pursuit of Jade, but I never hear enough people hype up My Journey to You.
Okay, good to
So,
know. Good to
because
know.
everybody's talking about Pursuit of Jade right
Yeah,
now.
just so you know, Pursuit of Jade is just it's what everyone's talking about. I have never seen this many people talk about one singular drama, but
Yeah,
Pursuit of Jade is a C drama and our Patreons are just like losing their minds over it. Ange M says Hit the Spot, which we watched Hit the Spot and we
we
really liked it.
did.
It explores sexuality, setting boundaries, personal growth, a very adult K drama with a solid cast and different to many other dramas. Completely agree. We really liked it too. I actually forget about it because wasn't it more like a movie
It No, I think
or
it was
was it
very
was very
short.
short?
It was very
Yeah,
short. It was like short little episodes.
that's it.
No,
And I
Love
remember
Unleashes was a movie.
you're right. I think Hit the Spot was an actual drama, but it was still very short. So I think I tend to I sometimes I forget about it, but I agree that it was very good. It was very good. We liked it a lot.
Yeah, I feel like it was a short drama and the episodes were super short as well. But yeah, it was really good.
Jolie says, I wish more people would watch DP, especially outside the K drama community. It is a very heavy drama, but it is so impactful. I love Jung Hae-in from Something in the Rain, but his acting in DP was beyond amazing. Leah has seen DP, and
Yes.
I want to see it. The problem for me a little bit is sounds crazy because I watch Weak Hero Class, but I hate bullying And especially bullying where the power dynamics are so strict, it's so hard for me.
Mhm.
I fully believe DP, like Leah said, it's amazing too. I've heard from many people. I feel like I just have to be in the right mindset to watch it. Um, but I have heard, amazing things, and I love Jung Hae-in. Oh,
Here's a
and
good one.
Sion said,
I was
"Am I
just gonna
too?"
say,
Yeah, I just learned that Amy and Megan haven't watched Yumi Cells, and I am mad. I'm so sorry. First of all, I watched the first
I
season.
watched the first episode of the first season.
Okay. I did watch the first season, except I didn't watch the last episode because once I found out what was going to happen between her and An Bo Hyun, I got mad and then I stopped watching because you guys
But
know I love An Bo Hyun.
my whole reason for not watching is I wasn't gonna watch until there was gonna be a season 3, so I am on board now to watch.
Right. And I think you would love it. It's very
Yeah.
good. It's very good. I personally love the cells. Like I've heard some people be like, I thought the like animated cells like they might annoy me. I love the animated cells. They're one of my favorite. Like that's what makes the drama for
Yeah.
me personally. Because I actually don't find that like I necessarily love Yumi's character. I just don't. I don't like connect with her. And I don't have to connect with the character, but I also like just, I don't know. Yumi just didn't like do it for me, but I loved her cells. I loved her cells.
Yeah, so just another vote for moving, from Palms, like others have said, moving top 5 of all time and not promoted at all on its platform, which at the time had very few K-dramas. Also, they say Move to Heaven, which admittedly had its moment in the K-drama zeitgeist, but I feel it gets missed a lot since then, which I will agree there. I loved Move to Heaven. I
I did
really,
too.
really did. Um, what I don't love is that they left it open-ended for a season 2 and there hasn't been one.
It
And
drives
so
me
that's
crazy.
kind of why I haven't been really big on recommending it. Lately, I guess I would say is because a season 2 never happened. It's still great, but for for what for the possibility that they left us with at the end, I really wanted it to happen.
Also,
So
it didn't need to be left open ended. That's kind of what
it
bothered
didn't.
me about,
You could have tied it up.
yeah, because it's a
With what
great
they
drama.
teased, yeah, with what they teased, you could have tied it up.
I agree. Charlotte said Novelera, a gentle slice of life drama about the unlikely friendship between a 70-year-old man who wants to learn ballet and the reluctant young dancer who is tasked with training him. The story is truly magical and unexpected, and while there is no romance, it is about love in its most pure form. Nothing has ever made me cry like Novel.
Yeah, Megan from, Afternoon Army has mentioned that one to me more than once because it's got Song Kang, and when we were watching My Demon together, she was like, "If you like him, you should definitely go watch Novelera because it was so good."
Okay, so why don't we move on? The second, this is what's funny is like the second kind of question is, what are we mad that we haven't watched ourselves? Like, what am I mad about myself for? And we've already mentioned them. I have two that I am mad at myself for not watching, and the first one is Me Sang. I am very mad at myself that I have not finished Me Sang. What the hell is wrong with me? Um, I want to finish it. I don't know what my problem is. I was enjoying it. I think the episodes are very long and it's not I wasn't I didn't feel like compulsory watching. I know like Leah said it kind of gets that way towards the end. Um but I want to watch it. I know it's a special drama. And then the second one that I'm mad about is Moving. So
Mhm,
those are the two that
mhm.
I had written down like when we talked
That's so
about the
funny.
topic tonight. Yeah. Those are the ones I've written down because I am mad at myself that I haven't watched Moving because Moving is very much like I think a Megan drama. And part of it is, yeah, not a lot of people watched it or talked about it, and I definitely think it's because of the platform it was on. If it was on Netflix, I bet it would have done much better. Or
And that's
something
I
just
mean,
like
yeah,
more
that's kinda
accessible that
sad.
advertised. Yeah.
Right. And I do feel like K-dramas now, and, like, it's funny to say now because 'cause we're only talking about, like, a couple years difference because moving is not old.
Mm-mm.
But I feel like K-dramas are doing a lot more on social media in very recent years, which is great because that's how I start seeing stuff and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." It's also how I see, like, spoilers when I, don't necessarily want to. Um, but, you know, there it is.
That
So
is the only thing about Netflix. I will say Netflix posts spoilers, like, they're already posting
yes,
spoilers for Bloodhounds, and I'm like, "Excuse me, it came out 2 days," like, well, it came out, like, 5 days ago. Stop. Why are you posting spoilers when it came out, like, 5 days ago, Netflix? Like, fuck you. It drives me insane, they do it all the time. Like, I'm gonna unfollow you if you do this, Netflix. Give me a break. We have busy lives, Netflix.
we do. We do. Like, they should I mean, Netflix should have the 30-day rule as well, like we do in the
Right?
Patreon before
And
spoilers.
they do it for Singles Inferno too. Like, fuck you, Netflix.
Yes.
Give us a freaking minute.
There's also,
That's
like,
my rant.
interviews with the Singles Inferno cast, like, that like, not just, like, on social media, but even online. Like, when I go to look up someone's name, I'll find a spoiler because they already have, like, Marie Claire, like, interviews with them and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and I'm like, "Come on."
Yeah.
Okay. So, one that I am mad that I didn't finish is season 2 of Pachinko,
Oh.
and I don't know what happened there. I just kind of dropped off. I loved season 1. I loved the book. Um, and I mean, I love the cast. Like, there's nothing not to love. And it's not, I mean, it's different because I don't look at Pachinko as a K-drama. And some other people have mentioned this uh in the Patreon as well. So I'm not alone in Pachinko. Um but yeah, I it's a mini series on Apple and it's in English, it's in Japanese and it's in Korean. Cuz it spans different generations and it spans different continents. Um I don't know what happened. It was so good. I think though when you know an entire story, cuz I read the book,
Mhm.
when you know an entire book and they break it down into an 8-episode miniseries, but don't do the whole story, and then you're
Mm.
left hanging for, like, a year or 2 until the next part comes out, it's hard to get back in, you
I
know?
get it. I do. Yeah.
But
That
it's
makes
so
sense.
good. It's Kim Min Ha, it's Lee Min Ho, like, I it's so
Yeah.
good. The acting is phenomenal. Like, I think one of the things that blew me away the most about it is because I only knew Lee Min Ho from K-drama, and of course, he's one of my, top, K-drama actors, but then to see him sort of, like, hit another level in his performance in this miniseries, I mean,
Mhm.
I was floored. Um,
Yeah.
so that's one of mine that I'm mad that I haven't watched. Um,
Mhm.
Me saying, like I said, mea culpa. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And
Mea
I'm
culpa.
not mad that I haven't watched Yumi Cells. I'm not mad that I haven't because I actively wasn't watching it. What I am mad about is now that they're showing teasers for season 2, which means it's coming sooner rather than later. I have 2
Season
seasons
3.
to catch up on. Sorry, season 3. Season 3.
Yeah.
I have 2 seasons to catch up on
I
before that
know.
one
I
comes out.
know.
So I'm like, "Oh,
I
now
know.
I'm signing up to watch 2 seasons back to back." So,
Yeah. I have to
worst things
I
have
have to and then
happened.
I have to watch season 2. But,
Yeah.
okay, and then, of course, our Patreons had these are dramas that they're mad at themselves that they haven't watched yet. So Gavin actually says, "Reply 1988. I really enjoyed Reply 1997, so I'm mad I haven't made time for 88." I can't believe you haven't watched 1988, Gavin.
I can't either.
I'm a little shook at that.
I
So
don't
and
know
then
why, but
AJ
I was gonna say I feel like Reply 1988 is kind of like the GOAT, but maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong because
that's what I'm saying.
I haven't watched the 90s ones.
Yeah, me either. And then, obviously, related to what I talked about in the beginning of this episode, AJ said, "Bloodhounds. I started season 1, but didn't finish it. Right now, Bloodhounds 2 is out, and I'm mad that I can't jump to watch it because I don't know what happened at the end of last season." Yeah, and I will be honest. there are characters that they're bringing in, like, in episode 1, and I don't really remember them. I'm using context clues, but it's been a while since I watched the first season of Bloodhounds, and I'm kind of like, "Oh, I forgot they existed." So they're definitely this is definitely a second season. Like, they're you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, they're connecting the dots.
Yeah.
So actually, you're better off, AJ, if you, like, finish the first season before you dig into this. Now, I kind of wish I would have watched a recap.
So here's one that shocks me, and this is from Aaron. The one I need to watch is Mr. Sunshine.
I
I didn't know that
know.
Aaron has never watched this.
Aaron.
This
Yes.
has been on my to be watched list forever, and really, I just have to be in the mood to get invested when I know full well how the drama ends. And, like, true.
I
If
get
you
it.
know if you know and even I'm not gonna spoil Mr. Sunshine, but it is definitely a bittersweet ending. And if you go in knowing that, hopefully that prepares you a little bit. But I mean, like, we're talking Japanese occupation of Korea, an impossible time, and yeah, it ends hopeful, but it's bittersweet, I
It
will say.
is.
But it is, I mean, that was one where for years, Megan and I were, like, majorly in the doghouse for not having watched.
Yeah. I'm obviously glad I watched it. I love Mr.
Yes,
Sunshine. It's so good.
100%.
It's so
Yeah. I mean, if you like Goblin, and it's nothing like Goblin, but it is Kim Min-suk who is the director. Is she right or is it writer? She's the writer, right? I think she's the writer.
yes.
And her
I think so.
writing is impeccable,
Mhm.
and it is sweeping, it's epic, it's everything you want in a K-drama. You will laugh, you will cry, you will clutch your pearls, all of the things. Yeah, it's so very good.
Um, Interestingly enough, a lot of people on the Patreon have said that they have not seen My Mister, but yet they, like, want to, and they're mad at themselves that they have not watched My Mister. Like, several of them said that. And I feel like you all made me feel really bad for not loving My Mister, and now it turns out a bunch of you haven't seen it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, several that was probably one of the
Yeah.
most common.
So here's
Um,
one, and I don't really know what to say here, Deb. Deb says, I wish I
oh.
could get through Alchemy of Souls. So I don't think you're mad at yourself for not having watched Deb. She says, when people talk about their love for this, I have true FOMO. I have tried, but dot, dot, dot.
Dot, dot, dot. Yeah,
And
I
look,
mean, that's
it's
hard
not for
for me.
everyone.
It's
It's not
not,
for
it's not. I will say I loved Alchemy of Souls, and I love season 1 and season 2.
top
So
five
it's
for me.
yeah, it's a top drama for me. Um,
But it's also a commitment. And if you don't love it, it's going to be very hard to commit to 30 full length episodes.
yeah, if it's not
30.
working for you, I probably wouldn't keep going, only because, like, you're right, it's a big time commitment, and if it's, like, if it's not your jam, like, why are you putting yourself through it?
Right.
Especially because it does get super crazy. Like, the end of
Off the
like,
rails.
it gets nuts. Like, I loved it, like, I loved
Yes.
how nuts it got, but you're like, "What is happening?" There's, like, portals and shit. I mean, it is, like,
Portals
weird,
and
right?
soul swapping and
So much soul
mages.
swapping.
Yeah. Mages with powers that can control magical entities. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is, but God, I loved
Relics.
it.
That's what it is. It's relics, magical relics. Look,
Right, the
it's
relics.
it's so much fun. It's so much
It
fun.
is. It's a lot of fun.
Um, yeah, I could talk about that one all the time, but I won't because it's okay. It's one of those I'm not truly angry at you if you haven't watched it because I do understand that, like, to commit to something that long, it's got to be your jam.
Yes, yes. Jennifer B says, "Into the Ring. I'm surprised I have not watched this yet. So many people love it. I'm not sure why I've not pressed play yet." So, Into the Ring is one of those where I know it doesn't necessarily work for everyone, but it worked for the three of us. Like, right? All three of us watched it, and we did a podcast on it, right?
We did.
I loved it. I still think about the golf ball scene. I'm just gonna say
That is a
that.
great scene. Yeah.
It's a fantastic scene. Nana is so good in this role. Um, I loved Into the Ring. I again, I think about it a lot. I thought it was unique. Um, so it's worth pressing play, in my opinion. It's just
Liked it
different. I will
okay.
tell you.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay,
I didn't love it like you guys did. I liked it. It's
it's different. Like I
it's
really fully
different.
believe.
It's different. It's I don't want to compare it to Run On in that I think it's super quiet because I don't think it's as quiet as Run On, but it's also like we don't have super high stakes going on.
No, not
You know what
really.
I mean? So
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
it's quieter. I will say that. It's
yeah,
quieter.
yeah,
Like there's stakes, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh gosh, Nicole said she's mad that she hasn't watched Chloe and Goblin.
Sorry,
Girl,
what? What?
girl.
What? Notice I didn't even bring up Goblin as far as like one that I'm mad that other people haven't watched because I just assume everybody watches Goblin. And I super
Yeah,
assume everybody watches Chloe Crash Landing on
yeah.
You.
I mean, I'm not judging Nicole. Well, maybe a little,
I am a
but
little bit.
it's okay.
I
It's
judge with
okay.
love though. I this isn't we listen and we don't judge. This is we judge with love.
Yeah. She also said Vincenzo, Korean Odyssey, and Mr. Queen. I have not seen Korean Odyssey. I also heard that's really good, but I couldn't get into Vincenzo. Mr. Queen is also very great. Leah will defend Mr. Queen until her dying breath.
Yes. Sarah from Afternoon Asks has also not watched Me Sang. A lot of people haven't watched Me
Really?
Sang too. Yeah, I
I thought
thought she
Sarah's
had.
watched it.
So
Wow.
still so many classics. Have not yet watched Me Sang. I don't know why, because I know it will be my jam. And she said Pachinko as well and Beyond Evil. So I guess a few people have said Beyond Evil and Pachinko.
Oh, okay.
And Beyond Evil
Um,
has been one that I've wanted to watch as well. I
Me too.
Yeah, like
Me too.
that's one that I've like put on my watch list, but haven't watched yet. So I'll add that to my list as well.
Um, yeah. Any last ones that you want to mention?
So here Sue mentions, Matt, I haven't watched 18 Again and Moon Lovers, neither of which are streaming in Canada. And 18 Again is one that has been recommended to me more than once, but it's not streaming in the US either. So don't recommend me stuff that and give me reasons because I forgot who it was who recommended it to me. So I'm sorry if I'm not remembering in the moment, but it was recommended for many reasons that I would love as far as like people who are in it. And I can't get it. And I
I
haven't
know.
tried VPNing yet. I should probably try doing a VPN, but
I know. I know. I'm lazy.
um and yeah, I'll do one more from Caroline.
Hmm.
Uh so she put I'm mad that I haven't watched My Mister and Me Sang, which I think
Ooh.
that's wild. Lee, I hope you're not listening. I
Yeah.
know they are Patreon favorites, but I am unsure if I will like them and therefore hesitant to press play. And look, fair,
Fair.
right?
Fair.
Because I don't know Me Sang yet because I've only watched one episode. I do know My Mister, and I'm not gonna like dog on My Mister, but it is from beginning to end melancholy.
Hmm.
Wouldn't you
Like,
say?
I would definitely.
Like the whole way through, the whole way through. And I'm not saying it doesn't end on a good note because it does. It ends on a good note. And I will also say there is like a secondary character in My Mister that's one of my favorite characters. So, like, there's great stuff in My Mister, but it is very melancholic. And you just have to set yourself up for a full, I don't remember if it's 16 or 20, but for a full drama of a little bit of being down in the dumps.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, just yeah, like you just got to sign up for an hour of just like
Eeyore.
an hour of Eeyore, an hour of her walking in the rain in those beat up shoes. Like the amount of shots that we got. That's just her shoes. in the rain,
drinking her coffee in a
then
dark
drinking her Max.
corner of her tiny apartment.
Leah's gonna be so mad we're just, like, ending this, like, dogging
Everybody's
on
gonna be
my
mad. Okay, let's not
Okay,
end
we're
it on
done.
this. Let's not end it on my mister. The end. Let's find one more. We're gonna make it
Okay,
uplifting.
yeah,
So the one that Nicole mentioned that she wishes people would watch, Flower Boy Ramyun Shop. It's hilarious, so quirky, so cute, fantastic characters. My favorite tropes, great actors and chemistry and found family.
hmm.
I have not watched this one. So
Yeah, I feel like I've heard of it, though. I'll have to look it up because that does sound really cute. That sounds cute.
so because she gave a good recommendation, I will be less mad about
About,
Chloe
like,
and Goblin.
Chloe
And
and Goblin?
because I went and mentioned somebody who already said something, like, go ahead and read Claudia's.
Yeah, yeah. It was kinda fun because a lot of people named, like, more, like, classic K-dramas, so it was kinda fun to, like, reminisce on, like, what people consider necessary watching, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that we kind of all convene on some of the same stuff, and
Mhm.
also love that we're hearing about ones that we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so
it's
thank you
fun.
to Gavin for the idea, and thank you to the Patreon for helping us out and answering our questions, but, um and again, mea culpa, Leah. We'll watch me sang, and we miss you, and we hope your flight is going well. We'll
Safe
find out
travels, safe
next
landing.
yeah, we'll
Thanks
find
for
out next week.
listening.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Anya.
Annyeong.
Kamsahamnida. Thank you for listening to Afternoon of Delight. Where can you find us outside the pod? Head on over to afternoonadelight.com. That's AFTERNOONADELIGHT.com. You'll find links to all our social media, our book recs, K-pop and K-skincare recs, and if you want even more Afternoon of Delight, because really who doesn't, you can join our Patreon, where you can choose the patron level that's right for you. Join in daily K-drama conversations, listen to bonus podcast episodes just for patrons, and participate in our monthly live K-drama support group via Zoom. We can't wait for you to be a part of the community. Until next time, annyeong!